Hey everyone, and welcome back to Facts Discoveries. Ever been stuck in summer traffic and seen those shimmering heat waves rising off the black asphalt? Or maybe you've noticed that dark, sticky stuff sealing up cracks in the road or on an old wooden boat? That gunk, my friends, is tar. And believe it or not, it's one of those unsung heroes of human history. It's built our world, taken us across oceans, and it's hiding a story that's way more fascinating than you might think. How could a simple, black, gooey substance be so important? Stick around, because we're about to dive deep into the sticky, smoky world of tar. So, what exactly is this stuff? At its core, tar is a super thick, dark liquid packed with hydrocarbons and free carbon. Think of it as the concentrated essence of organic matter. It's not something you just dig up from the ground. Well, not usually. It's made through a process with a pretty hardcore name: destructive distillation. That sounds intense, right? But the concept is actually kind of simple. You take organic material like wood, coal, or even bone end. You bake it at super high temperatures, but crucially, you do it without any oxygen. Instead of bursting into flames, the material breaks down, releasing gases and a thick, black liquid. That liquid is tar. It's like you're squeezing the very soul out of the material. Let's start with the OG of tars, wood tar. Picture a bunch of Vikings getting ready to set sail across the stormy North Atlantic. Their longships had to be watertight, or they'd be sleeping with the fishes. Their secret weapon, wood tar. For centuries, this was the go-to waterproofing agent. To make it, they would stack pine wood, rich in resin, into a funnel-shaped pit or a kiln. Then, they'd slowly heat it from the outside. The wood wouldn't burn, but it would smolder and cook, releasing its resinous juices, which would trickle down and collect at the bottom as a dark, pungent tar. This stuff was like liquid gold. They'd slather it all over the hulls of their ships, seal the planks, and even coat the ropes to protect them from saltwater decay. It's no exaggeration to say that the age of exploration was literally held together by tar. Now, let's fast forward a few hundred years to the Industrial Revolution. Factories are popping up everywhere, and the world needs steel, and lots of it. To make steel, you need coke, which is a purified form of coal that burns hotter and cleaner. So, how do you make coke? You guessed it, destructive distillation. Huge ovens, called coke ovens, were filled with coal and heated to insane temperatures over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, without any air. The main goal was to produce that solid coke for the blast furnaces. But this process created a massive amount of byproduct, a thick, black, smelly liquid. At first, factory owners thought it was just useless waste. They literally just dumped it into rivers. But then, some clever chemists started messing with it and realized this coal tar was a chemical treasure chest. Unlike wood tar, which is relatively simple, coal tar contains thousands of different chemical compounds. It became the foundation for the entire modern organic chemistry industry. Scientists figured out how to distill it and separate it into different components. From this one sludgy byproduct, we got things like benzene, toluene, and naphthalene. These became the building blocks for an insane number of products. We're talking about the first synthetic dyes, like mauve, which completely changed the fashion industry. We're talking about aspirin, antiseptics, like carbolic acid that revolutionized surgery, and even explosives like TNT. It's wild to think that perfumes, medicines, and bombs all came from the same black goo that nobody wanted. Coal, tar, literally colored and sanitized the modern world. Okay, so we've covered wood and coal. What about the tar you see on the roads every day? That's a different beast altogether, usually called bitumen or asphalt. Now, this one's a little different because it can be found naturally. In some parts of the world, crude oil seeps up from the ground, and over thousands of years, the lighter components evaporate, leaving behind these massive, sticky pools of natural asphalt. The La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles are a famous example, full of perfectly preserved prehistoric animals that got stuck in the goo. But most of the bitumen we use today is a byproduct of the oil refining process. When crude oil is heated in a refinery, it separates into different fractions based on their boiling points. The lightest stuff like gasoline and jet fuel boils off first. What's left at the very bottom of the distillation tower, after everything else has been cooked off, is the heaviest, thickest, stickiest residue. That's petroleum tar, or bitumen. This stuff is an amazing binder and waterproofing agent. Mix it with sand and gravel, and you get asphalt concrete. the material that has paved literally millions of miles of roads across the globe. It's what makes our highways smooth and durable. It's also used on roofing to keep our houses dry. It's the silent, sticky foundation of our modern infrastructure. So, to recap the basic process, whether it's wood, coal, or oil, the core idea is heat and pressure without oxygen. You're essentially cooking the life out of a carbon-rich material and collecting the liquid leftovers. Think of it like making a super strong espresso. You force hot water or, in this case, heat through the grounds to extract all the good stuff. With tar, you're just extracting the carbon-rich liquid essence. But the story of tar isn't all progress and smooth roads. It's got a dark side, and I'm not just talking about its color. Specifically, coal tar is some pretty nasty stuff. Remember all those thousands of chemicals I mentioned? Well, some of them are pretty toxic. Coal tar contains a bunch of compounds known as polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or POs, and yeah, some of those are known carcinogens. For years, workers in industries that handled coal tar, like roofers or pavement workers, had higher rates of certain cancers. Even today, you'll see coal tar used in some medicated shampoos to treat dandruff and psoriasis, which has sparked a lot of debate. The science says the concentrations are low and generally safe for short-term use, but it's a good reminder that even useful materials can come with hidden costs. This health concern, along with the fact that most tar comes from finite fossil fuels, has pushed scientists to look for a greener, more sustainable alternative. And the solution might take us right back to where we started: plants. Researchers are now developing something called biotar or bio-oil. The process is pretty slick. It's a modern version of destructive distillation called pyrolysis. They take agricultural waste stuff like corn stalks, wood chips, sawdust, even manure, and heat it up rapidly in the absence of oxygen. The process breaks down the biomass and produces a liquid that's very similar to petroleum. This biotar could potentially be used to create eco-friendly asphalt fuels and other chemicals, turning waste into a valuable resource. Imagine driving on roads paved with corn husks. It's a full-circle moment, bringing the ancient idea of wood tar into the 21st century with a high-tech, sustainable twist. So, the next time you're walking down the street and smell that distinct, slightly acrid scent of fresh asphalt, or see a wooden fence coated in a dark preservative, take a second. Remember the incredible journey of that simple black goo. From the Viking longships that crossed the seas to the Victorian factories that churned out vibrant dyes. And life-saving medicines to the vast network of highways that connect our world today. Tar is a testament to human ingenuity, our ability to take something simple, even a waste product, and transform it into something that builds, protects, and defines our civilization. It's a story of chemistry, history, and innovation, all stuck together in one black, viscous liquid. The world is full of these hidden stories, locked away in the most ordinary materials, and digging them up is what we do best here at Facts Discoveries. If you love getting curious about the world around you, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an extraordinary tale. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.